about belief. You mentioned it the other day. To see your group the way it's really lived up to that and followed through on that. How proud are you of them? And how do you see them continuing to do that? Moving forward.
I'm extremely proud of this group, for their resiliency, their grit, their toughness, but again, to your point about their belief system, knowing what they're capable of doing. And I think, you can talk about it early in the year before you've hit any adversity, before anything happens, but to do it real time and to be in the experience and still find your way of fighting through it, no matter what's happening.
It's been another week for Paolo. He's at 8 weeks now. Where is he, and where is that progression along?
He continues to respond to what we're pushing him through. So to continue to look at the days as they move forward. So he's able to run, up to higher speeds now, getting on the court a little bit, doing some ball handling as well as some defensive work. Just little small pieces just to see how he keeps responding to what we're throwing on his plate.
Has he gone through contact yet?
He has not gone through contact yet.
Do you feel like that's within a week, 2 weeks? I mean, when you talk to the medical team, where do you feel like he is in terms of that timing, making that next step?
I love how you were trying to get that timeline. It is so fantastic. I love that. But the reality is, it has to go from the days on how he responds from the initial day and then how we bounce back from there.
Well, when you look at this Miami team, obviously the circumstances of 5 days ago's game was certainly unique. But when you look back at the second half of that game and how you guys were able to erase that deficit, what stuck out and how can you guys capitalize on that and start doing that earlier?
Well, I think that to your point, the first piece of that is the fact that they scored 76 points in the first half. So that we'll talk about that one more than we talk about the comeback. Not putting yourself in that situation to begin with. And I think that starts with communication, ball security, defending without fouling. All of those situations that we talk about, throughout the game, throughout the year, we've got to put them all together.
You talk about kind of like the bigger picture of time frame things. I know you guys don't want anyone out, you want to be fully healthy, but how valuable is this experience for all the players on the team and be able to be successful in this period for those games coming, that are coming in March, April, May?
I think it's so important. It's invaluable to say the least, is because it's real game experience. It's real conversations that you can have about what was right, what needs an improvement. Those things with guys, it's harder to do when you're not on the floor. And I think these guys are getting the experience of being on the floor, knowing exactly what they're expected to do, how we're expected to play on a nightly basis.
What about the confidence building aspect of this? These guys stepping up and succeeding.
I think it goes so far. I think to Dan's point before is that's builds in a level of belief, of knowing what you're capable of doing, confident when you touch the floor. And that's what we talked about, our words that we use, having a level of confidence, being able to command the floor when you have the ball in your hands, knowing how we're going to play defensively, and then being intentional in everything that we do, both offensively and defensively.
Not to get too philosophical and psychological, but big picture, how does this help these guys in life? These challenges that this team has faced are unusual for this one.
Well, I think it says a lot, and it's based on what this team has been and who we are and who we've developed to become, not just on the court, but off the court as well. Life is not perfect. Life is not going to go all the way that you like it oftentimes, but you have to find the proper perspective in these moments. You have to be optimistic in these moments because it's going to turn at some point, and if you can take the lesson from the situation, I think that's where these guys continue to grow in the moments of adversity.
And the lessons that you're able to lean on people. I'm sure that's something
you trust those around you. You trust the people around you. You trust the work you've put in. You trust your process of things, and then it just goes in the level of faith, knowing that it's going to work out in the long run for the right pieces. I think that's what they're getting in a lot of this, not just the basketball side, but overall life lessons. Correct.
How's Gary doing?
Gary's doing better. I think he's going to go through another shooting piece today at post Shootaround, which he wasn't able to go through Shootaround, but he'll do some stuff today afterwards.
Did you watch any basketball yesterday?
I did. I can't help myself. I did watch basketball yesterday. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys.
At times about belief, and your group seems to have quite the belief in itself.
Yep.
When it faces some, what seems like insurmountable deficits. Where does that come from, and how does that start with your group?
First of all, it started with Coach Mose. He believed in us so much. He tell us every day. He try to instill that belief in us, and also just giving us, advice, pointers here and there to let us know, and then just showing us in the film room how great we can be, and he wants us to believe it. And I think we're starting to believe, we can compete with anybody in this league, regardless of what we have going on. We still have some guys down that's going to be out, for the whole season. But we have that toughness in us that, we never give up, and we're doing this for our brothers. So we're going to have that support behind us, and it's been showing.
How valuable is going through what you guys are going? Obviously, you want guys healthy, you don't want guys hurt, but how valuable is it for everyone else on the team to go through this and go through this experience for those games in March, April, May, and beyond?
It just give us that experience. We like you said, we're missing some guys that we definitely need back. But also, for the rest of the team, that allow us and also give us opportunity, to play together as a team, and lean on each other as much as possible. Without our superstars, we're still a team. So at the end of the day, we still have to play with each other, believe in each other, trust each other, and that's been helping out a lot, for us being like in these type of situations, pulling out and getting wins against Miami, against Boston. Has really shown a lot of growth for our team.
Obviously, the circumstances of that first Heat game the other night, 5 days ago, was unique. But what comes to the challenge of facing the same team again so soon like this?
It's just hard to beat the team twice, within like a short-term time like this. But we know Miami is going to come out extremely aggressive, physical, and we just got to be ready to sustain that. Miami's a great team, and they're going to continue to fight, no matter what. So they still have that problem, have that sour taste in their mouth from the last game of us coming back. But I think for us, it's important to just recognize how they're going to come out and being able to take that on.
You mentioned Jamal a little bit earlier, but you've been around a lot of coaches in this league. What sticks out to you about a coach like him or some of the other coaches you've had that allows a whole group to kind of buy into that kind of message?
For me, just him having that dialogue with his players. I feel like we all can come over here and talk to him about anything, on and off the court. And he also gives that, us that dialogue to everybody hold each other on this team accountable. Even we players holding coaches accountable. Players holding us, coach holding us accountable. And I kind of like, how he give us that dialogue to be able to do that. And it makes us stronger. And us coming together, as coaches and players, it means a lot.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.
The holiday season's all about belief. You guys have done an unbelievable job of believing in yourselves, regardless of circumstances, regardless of the deficits. Where does that start from, and how have you guys been able to execute on that so well?
I think it starts with just trusting everybody who work on the team. We all trust each other. We all trust in ourselves. So when we get in those holes or the deficits, we're not really worried. We just try to get back to doing what we know how to do.
When you know better than anyone how much experience can help a team. How can this experience for you guys? I know you guys don't want guys out. Like it's always better to have everyone healthy. But what can this experience and then finding success in this experience do for you guys when you get to the games in April, May?
I think it's just everybody has to step up a little bit. Obviously, missing as many points and rebounds, assists as we are. So like you said, I think, as the season goes on, we start getting guys back. We'll just be in more position to go make plays when we need to. Whether it's just down the stretch, difficult game, we'll be more equipped to just attack in a couple different ways since we're having to figure it out right now without our main two players.
When you're going for steals, how gratifying are deflections?
Gratifying?
Like in comparison, you still take pride in getting deflections compared to steals.
Of course. Deflections lead to your teammates getting a steal or, just indecision by the offense, taking them out of their plays, whatever. So we definitely look for deflections, definitely look for steals. It's just a big part of our defense and part of our offense.
Maybe you've been around Jamal now for about a year and a half. your career, obviously. What sticks out to you about the way you guys have dialogue?
Just that he has us ready to play every game, no matter who we're playing, who's playing for us. Our last 5 games, I think he just does a good job of getting us ready to play each game. Just keeps our focus in the present, which is on every game.
Where'd you get the?
Honestly, I seen Cade do it in high school a couple times, so it's in my back pocket. I don't know, trying to make the game fun.
Maybe Tyler might be a guy you guard at times. You see Bam perhaps as you're going to the rack and at the rim. What are the challenges those two guys present, both Tyler and Bam?
Just really good players. Both of them are capable of punishing mismatches, so just forces you to do a good job on the ball, especially guarding Tyler. Great scorer, shooting the ball well this year, so just forces you to be super alert guarding him. You can't rest, can't take plays off. And then with Bam, he just caused so many problems inside the paint. Just so strong in there, switchable. So just 2 good players. We got a good game plan, so stick to that.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.